If you ever want to know what attention feels like, well, just take this car and drive it through this kind of busy streets, because trust me, people will be staring.
It's called the iCaur 03, China's answer to the lovable Jimny, with a similar boxy silhouette and the same off-road ammo for those who actually care. But the question is, can it attract the same sort of cult following like the Jimny did?
Well, only time will tell, but at least this here definitely looks the part with a very modern reinterpretation of the classic off-roader formula. You'll find the signature short overhangs in front and at the back. You get the chunky plastic bumpers and wheel arch extensions. It has a tall and wide stance, the clean belt line, giving it a very structured glass house look, and it even still has these chunky wing mirrors at the side. But the iCaur also does things a little bit differently to prove that it is not just a look-alike, but rather a modern SUV fit for the 21st century modern day-to-day life. For instance, instead of a massive spare wheel at the back here, the 03 is instead equipped with this lockable storage box, so it still looks a little bit rugged and a little bit off-roady, but you still also get some additional storage space to keep your most prized possession out of the public view.
There's also the modern and stylish LED lighting on the outside, 19-inch wheels, and even pop-up door handles, just like what you see on any other modern SUVs.
Now, iCaur's tagline is "Born to Play," and I think that mentality has truly been infused into the design of this car. You'll find a lot of playful touches all around the exterior, like the light-up iCaur emblem right up in front, and also the little iCaur 03 silhouettes that you'll find on the glass lining up there. But my favorite design element on this car has to be the lighting fixtures on the outside, because they've actually integrated the iCaur logo right into the light signature of the headlights and tail lights itself. I think this is the kind of fun that has been sorely lacking in car designs these days, and just to top it all off, it'll even play an animation every time you lock or unlock your car.
But nothing shouts playfulness more than customization, and iCaur will even sell you a bunch of official parts to make the car fit your own style.
But perhaps the one thing that the iCaur does the most different to the Jimny is actually its size, because while this car still has the same toy car-like proportions, this here is actually more of a B-segment SUV. It's longer than the Honda HR-V and even wider than the Honda CR-V. So unlike a Jimny, that means you actually have some usable space on the inside. Now, similar to the exterior design, the cabin of the 03 is also a very unique mix of rugged off-roady looks paired to premium modern touches. Now, the dashboard itself is very horizontal, and that is bisected by these vertical air vents at the side to give it a very utilitarian look. Now, that is paired to the chunky grab handles here on the center console as well as on the door itself, with exposed bolts to give it the extra rugged appearance.
Now, I said look because the leather trims and soft touch paddings on the dashboard all still make the iCaur 03 feel very premium to the touch. And it's also filled to the brim with equipment that you usually only find on higher-end cars, like the ventilated seats for both the front and rear outboard seats, massage functions in front, a 50-watt ventilated wireless charging pad, and even a 12-speaker Infinity sound system.
You also notice that unlike a more normal off-roader, this here actually has 0 buttons throughout the entire cabin, and that's because everything inside this car is controlled directly by this massive 15.6-inch touchscreen infotainment display. And that includes your climate control, your central lock, adjusting your headlights, the wing mirrors, or even just to open the glove box itself. Now, that in itself is not all that surprising anymore in this day and age, but the iCaur 03 still has some ways to go if they really do want to do this fully touch operation. Now, for example, the Apple CarPlay display over here, even though it is wireless, it is not actually optimized for our right-hand drive cars. So the menu bar is actually all the way over on the far side. So when you're driving, it can actually be quite hard to access. And the display also takes up the entire screen, so while the driver can still adjust your aircon through this Tesla-like scroll wheel here on the steering wheel itself, for the passenger, the only way for them to adjust the climate controls is first to close down the Apple CarPlay display and only adjust it over here. Not very convenient when you're using Apple CarPlay for your maps. But the biggest problem for me with this screen is just that the settings are not very well laid out. Now everything is just a little bit too convoluted and it can get quite frustrating to use when you are driving this car.
The good news is, since these are all software issues, they can also be fixed easily through a simple software update. So let's hope iCaur is already working on some of them. And besides, the screen is also still chock full of useful features like a built-in dashcam, a very clear surround view monitor with transparent chassis mode, and even some off-road displays in case you do want to take the car off the beaten path. And when you're waiting for your car to charge, there's even a nap mode that reclines the seats into a more comfortable position, perfect for a little shut-eye.
And as we mentioned earlier, since this is also a much bigger car than the Jimny, you also get a lot more usable space on the inside, like this massive space down here by the center console where you can store your bags. I also particularly like this little hook down here so you can store your ikat tepi drinks when you are driving. I just wish though that the side pockets on this door over here is just that little bit bigger so I can actually fit my water bottle inside. Space in the back is also very good with a lot of knee room and headroom plus a flat floor here that makes it very easy to stretch out a little bit. Now like we mentioned just now, these two seats here actually get seat ventilation and plus the molding on the seat backs here, it's actually really comfortable to sit in the back for longer journeys. For 2 passengers, but it'll definitely fit 3 in a pinch. And there's also a 60-watt USB-C charging port down there that is fast enough to charge a laptop. The most interesting thing about these seats at the back here though is that these seat pills at the bottom can actually be lifted up and you'll find some additional hidden storage space for the things you don't want people to see. But more crucially though, with this over here lifted up, you can also fold these seat backs here completely flat, so you get a flat floor for the cargo area to make it a lot more packable for larger items.
The boot space at the back is rated at 450 litres, expandable to 1238 litres with the rear seats folded down. Now those are pretty decent numbers, which makes the omission of a tonneau cover here even more apparent. Because of the flat glass on the side, the boot area here does feel a little bit like a fish tank with all of your items here almost displayed in plain sight. Well, I'm sure the entrepreneurial people on Shopee are already working on a solution.
For a car that looks this much like a toy car, I think the first thing that would really jump out to you as soon as you set off in it for the first time is just how mature this car feels like to drive. Now, we always like to use the term very European feeling. As vague as that sounds though, I think that might honestly be the best way to describe this car's driving feel. There's just an air of confidence in its ride quality. Every time you go through a bump, the car will just sit down very positively without much of that residual bounciness feeling that you might often get in taller SUVs or off-road looking SUVs. So driving through humps on the city streets or even through the road undulations on the highways, well, this car is still very comfortable.
And when you pair it to the serene and quiet driving experience of an EV, the 03 here is actually a surprisingly pleasant place to be in. Now that said, it does get quite a bit of wind noise, especially at highway speeds, but that shouldn't come as too much of a surprise given that it's still a tall, outdoorsy SUV with flat sides all around.
And since this is a taller SUV, you also really shouldn't expect any of the sports car-like or the more driver-focused handling feel on this car. But that being said, I've been actually pleasantly surprised by how capable this car is around the corners. This car actually stays surprisingly flat in the corners because of its lower center of gravity, something the Jimny definitely cannot do. Now obviously it's not the sharpest steering feel in the world, and because it is a tall SUV after all, you do still get that kind of swaying or tipping over feel when you are doing the quicker direction changes. Now those are really part and parcel of this kind of vehicles. But with the right settings, I think you can actually tune this steering wheel to become quite nicely weighted, giving you a nice balance between control and confidence as well as easy driving in the city.
The iCaur 03 comes in 2 variants here in Malaysia, and the one that we're driving here is the range-topping IWD, which gets a pair of motors for an all-wheel drive setup and a total of 279 horsepower and 385 Nm of torque.
0 to 100 on this thing takes just 6.5 seconds, and like all EVs, because of the instant torque at pretty much any speed range, overtaking on this car is also completely effortless. That will get addictive very fast. And on corner exits, you can actually easily modulate your lines by just slowly pressing in on the throttle pedal itself. You never hear anyone else say this, but driving an EV can feel just as connected and exciting as driving any other car.
The IWD variant also gets a bigger 69.8 kWh battery pack, giving you up to 364 kilometers in a single charge. And to top it up, it'll take DC fast charging at up to 80 kilowatts, taking just around 30 minutes to go from 30 to 80%.
But the 03 isn't the kind of car that you can just jump in and set off straight away for the first time, because in its normal setting, the regen has this sort of weird delay between you lifting off the pedal and then the regen actually kicking in. So it might feel a little bit weird at first and also be a little bit harder to control, especially when you're trying to drive smoothly in the city. And the brakes can also be a little bit grabby when you're just cruising around. But I believe that if you just spend some time tweaking the settings around here and there, and also spend some time just getting used to the pedal feel, well, this car can actually be a pretty fun car to drive.
And as we've experienced previously, it's also a pretty capable EV SUV for some light off-roading, with decent ground clearance, approach and departure angles, and also traction from its all-wheel drive system. The V12 feature should also help make camping a breeze, well, literally if you bring along an electric fan.
For a lot of people, a car is really more of just a tool, something to get them from point A to point B without them having to think much about it. But for other people, a car is also a fashion statement, something to complement their own personal image. And I think the iCaur 03 here really does that part of the car equation really well. But it's not just looks either, because this here is also surprisingly very good value. For a much cheaper price than the Jimny, you're not only getting the same off-roady looks, but you're also getting a much bigger car with a lot more premium equipment thrown inside as well. Well, okay, maybe this is not as capable off-road as the Jimny, but this is also definitely not a slouch either. So if you can get past the few niggles on the inside and really want people to stare at you while you're driving, then this is definitely something that you should be checking out. If you need more info on the iCaur 03, be sure to head on over to AutoBuzz.my. And if you enjoyed today's video, click the like button and also subscribe to our channel, and that little bell icon will make sure that you never miss any other future uploads. This is Woon, and I'll see you in the next one.